Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I was running late today, but it's my birthday, so I'm allowed. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. I am Tammy Mashaberti, best-selling author of the book The Universe is Talking to You. And I help people tap into what I call the Divine Higher Helpline. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here with me today and celebrating my birthday with me. I thought about not going live, but I was like, I'm going to go live. I'm just going to share some of the things that I'm going to be doing today to celebrate my own birthday. And I just thought it would be fun to hang out with everybody. So I have a couple of things to do for work, but that's it. I'm going to be taking most of the day to myself. My husband and I are actually going to celebrate tomorrow because, believe it or not, tonight is back to school night for my stepson. So happy birthday to me. So that's the story there. But we'll be going to dinner tomorrow night. We're going to a new restaurant, so I'm excited about that. But I wanted to come on here and just say hello to everybody and sort of let you know some of the things that I'm doing or that I like to do when, here's the cat, when she's celebrating my birthday with me also. Say hello, Callie. Just that I like to do, that it's a new year. So one thing that I do every year without fail when I know that my birthday is coming is I like to calculate my personal year number in numerology. What does that mean? So collectively, there's a year number. So when you take 2023, and I think I talked about this back in January, when you take the number 2023 and you add 2 plus 2 plus 3, you get 7. So collectively, we are influenced by the energy of 7 because that is the year. Next year will actually be the energy of 8 because it will be 2024. However, in numerology, and by the way, I am by no means a numerology expert. I am just sharing with you what I know about it enough to use it in my life. And so every year you should move into a new energy personally based on your birth date. And so you have a personal year number of that energy affecting you on top of the collective number, right? So we're all affected by number 7. But then there's a personal year number. So the way that you find your personal year number is you take the birth month and the birth day and add it with the year. So some people change their number by year. So when they, let's say January 2024 comes, they go with a different year number. Other people will go from birth date to birth date. I was first introduced to numerology from birth date to birth date. So that's how I do it. So basically, my personal year for me lasts from now until my birthday next year. And so, again, different people do it differently. That's just the way that I was sort of introduced to it, and it's the way that I do it. So you take your month, your day, and then the current year. So for me, I'm 9/14. So when you add 9 and 14, you add 9 plus 1 plus 4. You take individual digits, actually adds up to 14. And then you would take that 14 and you would add 2, and then you would add 2 and you would add 3. So, and then you consolidate it down to one number. For your personal year, you always consolidate it down to one number. So for me, believe it goes to 21. And then from 21, I go to 3. So I am in a personal year 3. So what I like to do every year is look up online. Thank you, Google. What personal year 3. That's literally all I Google, and you'll get a million things of whatever your personal year is. And so I Googled it. I always do it and look into, okay, what energy is just personally affecting me this year? And it's so crazy because every time I do it every year, and you circle through 1 through 9. Once you get to 9, you go back to a personal year 1. It's just sort of how it goes. Because obviously each year goes up 1. So you kind of circle 1 through 9, and then you start the cycle again 1 through 9. So I happen to be in a personal year 3 at the moment. You all probably in different personal years. And so I just always find it to be so relevant to what I have going on in my life, which is not surprising because that's how the universe works. That's why numerology is a spiritual tool, astrology is a spiritual tool. All of these spiritual tools are available to us. So I looked up my personal year 3, and I'm just going to give you some of the highlights of what I pulled from it. There's a lot more, and please go through and look yourself, because I really do think that it's very interesting. But what I did find was that this is a year of really like self-improvement, fun, which I'm totally open to, and creativity, which I am extremely creative. So I'm excited this is going to be a creative year because I have a lot of different projects that I'm working on. And then it's also a year where I should be focusing on my happiness, my fulfillment. What do I really want? And I love that as well. So, the reason I believe is because I'm in this creative energy, that once I figure out exactly what I want in different things, this is the year that will help me really create it, really boost it. By the way, there's always positives and negatives to each year. And that's why I like to look it up too, because I like to see what am I in for. And so the other positives was so funny. And I forget which website I pulled this from, because I look at several, and oftentimes they really match up. And so it talked about sort of catapulting into the spotlight. Maybe you're publishing a book. And I just nearly dropped out of my seat, because my new book is coming out in April 2024. And I was like, I am ready. Like, I'm so excited about this new book coming out, called The Higher Help Method. And it just cracks me up that this year is like perfect to publish a book. If I was a singer, like put an album out, whatever might be going on, because it's a year of creativity. And I thought, it's no accident that I waited this long to publish my second book, because my first book came out in 2020. And I thought, oh my gosh, the energy is literally in alignment. And I did not plan that. And I had no idea until I looked it up, and I thought, oh my gosh, my book is coming out during this personal year. This is so perfect. I'm telling you guys, look up your personal year. You don't have to just do it on your birthday. You can look it up now, but I always do it because I go birthday to birthday. I don't go year by year. So anyway, it talked about that, and I was super excited, and it said that I was going to be supported by luck this year. And I was like, I'm taking all these fun things. Now, it also did say that I could experience unexpected emotional highs and lows. So I like knowing that, because it doesn't freak me out. I have all the spiritual tools that I need to handle highs and especially lows, right? And when you do have that, and you have the faith that I have, because I have done the work that I talk about in The Universe is Talking to You, where you find your the synchronicities in your life, and you get that faith to know that the universe is constantly working for your highest good, that no matter what happens, it's leading you somewhere better, right? So I'll take a low, because whatever happens, I mean, obviously I prefer the high, but to me, that means whatever happens, even if it's a low, because I have experienced lows in the past, and I have seen how those lows had led me somewhere better, right? When we start looking into our own past, and we start realizing everything happens for a reason, everything is leading me somewhere better, even when it doesn't look like it at the time. So I know that if I experience a low, it's going to lead me to somewhere better, number one. Number two, I have faith that the universe has my back no matter what. And number three, I have the spiritual tools to work through it. So I'm cool with the highs and the lows, right? But it's also just showing that I can have some of that. So good to know. That's why I like to look up my personal year every year. So I recommend you guys doing it. I really do. And again, I do it on my birthday, because I go birth date to birth date. So numerology is amazing. You also have like sort of your a main number based on when you were born. That's sort of I forget what that's called. Oh God, what is it called? Let me look it up. Numerology number. There's a certain thing that it's called. Maybe somebody knows and they can type it in for me. Oh, life path. Life path. I think that's it. I think it's your life path number. So based on your actual birth date, right? The day you were born, the year you were born, that is your life path number. And that one you bring down to you take your date, the month you were born, your birth date, and the year you were born, and add it all together. You bring it down to one number, except if it's an 11, a 22, or a 33, because those are master numbers. So for the life path number, you bring it down to one number unless it comes to an 11, a 22, or a 33. Those have their own numbers for life path. I happen to be an 11. So I do know that. But again, I like to look at my personal year number just to see what am I experiencing. Also taking into account that when we move into 2024, so right now in 2023, the number 7, like I said, is affecting us all. And you can look at year 7 collectively. You could look at that year 7. January 1st, 2024, we all move into 8. So whatever our personal year number is, we move into 8, which is going to be collectively affecting us all as well. So that is the first thing I wanted to share with you, because I always look that up. I always think it's interesting. My husband's birthday's in October, and I always look up his and read it to him and tell him what to expect. And so that's the first thing. The second thing that I decided to do this year is, and I haven't done it yet today, I'm going to get off with you wonderful people, and I'm going to shoot a video that has to go on the sales page for my class that is opening next week, called Limiting Belief Knockout: How to Find and Clear Harmful Beliefs. I'm very excited about that. I have something called a limiting belief map that I will teach you how to use to find your beliefs. But anyway, that is launching next week. I'll talk about it next week on my Thursday live. So I'm doing that. I got to shoot that video. And then I am going to, I've already done my breathing and all of that today, because I do that in the morning. But I'm going to really sit down. I'm going to meditate a little bit. I'm going to call in my guides, get a message from them on, what I need to focus on for the year. And then I'm also going to set a couple of goals. I think I'm going to set like 3 goals for myself. Not, most people, we set goals in January, right? Because then we go January to January because we think, oh, this year. But it came to me and I was like, you know what? I'm going to set a birthday goal. I'm going to set some goals for myself and I really want to go into it in a meditative state and really try and think what I want from this birthday to next birthday. And then next birthday, look back and see what happened. I kind of feel like that would be fun. And it came to me today. So after I shoot the sales video, I am going to take some time to do that while it's still quiet. My stepson doesn't get back from school until like 3:20 or so off the bus. So I'm going to do that while it's quiet, and I'm excited about that and doing something like that. I just sort of wanted to celebrate it in that way today. Usually my husband is off and we do something. We're big Halloween people, so we like to go to like Spirit Halloween, or we go to different stores usually on my birthday just to see what's out. But he's working today. So I thought, I have a quiet time today to myself, and I'm going to utilize it in this way. So that is my plan for my birthday. And again, my stepson has back to school night tonight, so my husband and I will go out tomorrow to celebrate. And then Saturday, I'm actually going to my aunt's house to have a party with my family, and everybody's going to get together for my birthday. So that is a lot of fun. And then a bunch of family, I believe, is going on Sunday to my stepson's football game. So it's a busy, fun weekend. I'm excited for fun because personal year 3 said that I was going to have fun. So I'm excited for fun. I got to plan another vacation. Can't wait to tell my husband that. And yeah, so that's the deal. That is what I have going on. That is what I'm planning for this year, or for today, to plan for this year. And I just thought I would share it with you in case you have a birthday coming up, or you're thinking about kind of what do I want to do to sort of honor myself and honor my day. And those are just some of the things that I like to do for myself and that I'm planning to do this year for myself. And maybe I'll share with you guys what happens next year at this time, if I've made those goals, or if I'm closer to those goals. I usually don't put a deadline on any goals because it tends to stress me out. But I think I'm just going to do it and leave it, whenever I create a goal or I decide that I want some, I always say this or something better. I always leave it up to the universe, who knows way more than I do. So I think I'm just going to say, here are some things that I'd like to experience or achieve this year, and leave it up to destiny and that timing, and I'm sure whatever it is, I will have been moving closer to it by the end of the year. So I think that'll be fun. Let me just see if we have any questions. Checking Instagram. Thank you so much for all the happy birthdays. Sorry I started late. Oh, you guys are the best with all the happy birthdays. Oh, Hazel, you said, oh, wait, you can do personal day numbers? Okay, Hazel, that's news to me. See, I'm not a numerology expert. Personal day numbers, how does that work? That's interesting. Oh, and you said your life path number is an 11 also. There are so many amazing, wonderful things about an 11, but there's every number has positive and negative qualities. Oh, Sam, you're an 11 life path too. Yes, the personal year number. You just have to take your so Sam was asking how do we get it in case you jumped in afterwards. You take your birthday, so mine's September 14th. So I take 9 plus 1 plus 4. I get that number and then you add the year that you're in. So then I would take 14 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3, which brings me to 21, which I then bring down to a 3. Because when you're doing your personal year number, it can only be 1 through 9. And then we just repeat that 1 through 9 cycle over and over and over again for our lives. So I just happen to be moving into a 3. And also I have found, interestingly enough, that sometimes the energy of your personal year starts to work in your life even a little bit before your birthday. At least I have found that myself. Hi, Rebecca, an August Virgo. Yay! I know Virgo starts in August and then it goes through, I guess, like 20 something in September. Oh, John, you said your personal year is also a 3. So yay. So pay attention to what I said because it'll be affecting you as well. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing for my birthday. And I like to celebrate it for the whole month. I always tell my husband on September 1st, that means you have to be extra nice to me all month. But then it comes back at me because then his birthday's in October and then I have to be extra nice to him all month. So, but I always tell him that it's my birthday. You have to be nice. It's my birthday. You have to be nice. But yeah, I celebrate it all month. And then actually, we're going to be going to a crystal show. We do that every year. There's a local crystal show. I want to say like 45 minutes from me, something like that, that we go to the end of September every month. So every year. So we'll be doing that too. So see, I celebrate the entire month. I'm celebrating this weekend. I'm still celebrating next weekend. Listen, everybody deserves a birthday month. So if anybody asks, say, listen, Tammy told me I'm celebrating all month. Oh, thank you, Hazel. Yeah, that's interesting. Personal day number. I've never heard of that. I've heard personal year. I've heard like a destiny number, life path number, all of that kind of stuff. But day I haven't heard of. That's interesting. Oh, you're welcome, Sam. Thank you so much for being here with me to celebrate my birthday. So I'm sending you into the weekend with love and blessings and looking up your personal year number to see what energy is affecting you. But definitely if you have a birthday coming up, look it up so that you can sort of know what energy you're moving into. And I'm telling you, I have always, when I read it around my birthday, I'm always like, well, this makes so much sense for what I have going on right now or what my plans are for next year. And it's just so fascinating. And it really reinforces how much the energy of the universe around us affects us. How much the energy of the universe around us affects us. And when we can learn to start working with that, when we can learn to start utilizing that, to start harnessing that energy into our lives, that is when miracles start to occur. That is when things start to flow easier. And that's what I talk about with the higher help method, again, which yay, is coming out in April. So thank you all for being here with me. And have a beautiful and wonderful and amazing weekend. I always say it, and I'm going to say it again. Do something for yourself that brings you joy this weekend. Does not have to be your birthday. Do something for yourself that brings you joy because you deserve it. It will boost your energy and it will make you feel good. I don't care if it's putting aside an hour to do something. I don't care if it's driving out of your way to Starbucks to get a pumpkin spice latte, if that's your thing. whatever it might be, do something for yourself that brings yourself joy because you deserve it. Sending you all my love. Thank you for being here with me and celebrating my birthday. If you like this live, please hit the like button to let other people know that we are here and we are putting inspiration out there. And I will see you all back here next week where I will be talking about my limiting belief class that is launching on Tuesday. If you are part of my list, you will get an email. I will also post it to Facebook. If you're not part of my list, just go over to TammyMastroberti.com, download my top 3 tools for divine communication, and you will get on my list. Thank you all, sending you love, and I will see you next week. Bye, everyone.